this place is not about being easy, as anyone can tell you. We're about doing what we have to do things right.
Today, on my 5th try, I finally completed the final horse. I finally decided to chase my dreams at this stage in life.
This is one of the hardest things that I've been through. I mean, you need to be working hard to make it through. You need to stay focused, and it's hard, especially when you stay away from family and you have a hard day and you miss them. And I think you either need to be in line with your emotions and the person that you are, because if you're not so sure about this, you will fail. So you really need to love this. Sometimes go better than others, but hopefully I'll be getting it done.
I'm alright. I don't know. As good as I can be, I guess. I'm ready to go in on a final run on the hinds here of this horse, so I will try a final run on him. 2 cake shoes in an hour, so let's see if we can do it. I've been close, so it could be the one here, hopefully. I don't know.
I am grading up some of the last anatomy exams. All the students get 3 chances at an exam, and they're taking their written final exam, which is mainly pathology, but it's got some of the conformation, some of the gaits, and a little bit of anatomy in it. So they have to have a average score of 65 or better. So they get a 70 on the first one. They have a little bit of a 5-point luxury, and it's just one of the 4 parts they got to pass in order to graduate. So tensions run high at this time.
We have our test today, writing test, and I feel okay, 50-50. You never know, because Chris is really strict. You need to know what you're writing down. So I feel okay. Let's put it that way, 50-50. It can go either way.
I think it went all right, yeah. Not too worried about that. More focused on the final horse now.
When I'm clinching, the very first thing that I do is I'm going to come in and I'm going to bend these nails so that they're 90 degrees or perpendicular to the foot surface. And I'm going to come in and I'm going to break them over. And what I want is I want them bent over first, because at this point I have the mass underneath my clinch to hold it there. If I were to gouge it first, then do it, it doesn't really break it at the base. It just allows it to pull down and get longer and longer. Next thing I'm going to do is I'll use my nail shears. I'm going to come in with a small edge down. And the nice thing about the nail shear is it nips it off to the correct length and square and even. Because I brought the nails all over to the same angle, they're all the same length. If I had one that was sticking up and I nipped it off and I had one bent at perpendicular, when I bring this one down, it now gets long. I like to gouge. I'm going to make a little hole just big enough for the clinch to go in. I'm going to hammer in a couple hits and chip it out. Hammer in a couple hits and then chip it out. If you notice, my gouge is fairly narrow. It's not super wide, and I didn't go underneath the nail very far. I made a little home for that clinch to go in. For me, the way that it's set up is one of the most important things about clinching. That and having a high quality pair of clinchers. When I'm clinching, I open up my clinchers to the same width every single time, okay? And then I put the center of the arc of the clincher against the nail till the bottom reaches. I'm gonna lift up. I'm gonna push down on the top rein, but I'm gonna lift up. When I feel that nail break, I'm gonna lift up and squeeze slightly more. And I don't know if you can see, but that clinch is all the way inside that hoof wall at this point. Seeing how I open it up the same width? Look at how much my hands close. They're not gonna close very much. I'm gonna lift up, squeeze till it breaks, and lift up and squeeze slightly more. Here we go again. Open up my clincher the same width. Come in, put the center of the arc. I'm gonna lift up, squeeze till that nail breaks, and lift up and squeeze slightly more. If I have anything to dress off for the coarse side, I'll start to center my toe, work around to the left heel. Start with my smooth side on the left heel. Look how I have a lot of motion with my left hand, not very much with my right, and I'm working up to those clinches. Come in, put my smooth side down, go between the shoe and the foot. That's called the dime roll. Makes it so the foot looks like it sets inside the shoe. Starting with my Nicholson smooth, starting at the left heel. Again, my right hand's moving kind of on the x-axis while my left hand is moving in the y-axis. So here I am, not a lot of motion with my right hand, ton of motion with my left hand, working up to that clinch, working up to that clinch. So just that by itself leaves a pretty nice finish that doesn't really need a sanding block. When I'm done though, I do rub the foot with a little bit of Kevin Bacon. It's made from Tears of the Actor. I put a little dip on the end of my sponge, take it into the lid, kind of work it in. If you look at the top of the clinch, right above my thumbnail, you can see how that has a lot of arc. That tells you that it's a nice strong clinch. I'm not gonna hit it with a sanding block, but I'll hit it with the Kevin Bacon. And that leaves a really pretty finish with a minimal amount of effort.
It went good. I just ran out of time. I missed my shape, and you know, time goes way too quick when you're doing that. Hopefully, I'll be getting it done sooner than later.
Everything was going great. I got one foot completely done, and I just had a kink in my heel. I had to straighten it out, and that is easier said than done, especially in the heat of the moment. I know how to do it, I just don't. You got to go back to the toe, and I stayed on the heel. I need to go back from the start and work down, but I didn't, so Cody came in and helped me out, finish it up. And now here we are.
Do you see that U-bolt shape to it now? See how it came out and then down? There you are, sir. And you're out of time right now.
Always go back to the toe. Out of all the tests and everything, just shaping, to do a good job, shaping the shoe to the foot that you found when you're trimming, that's really tough, it is. But yeah, if you want to be a farrier, this is the place to go, 100%. And it's just one of those things you got to experience yourself. I mean, they're going to push you hard and, they're going to hold high standards for you, but you can meet them, there's no doubt about it. They know what you're capable of, and they'll help you get there. I'm getting better and better with everyone, so I guess that's all that matters. I'll get her.